What's up, YouTube? You're watching Cam Gaylor, and today I picked up my Smith & Wesson Shield Plus chambered in 30 Super Carry. Now, I've owned one of these in the past. I got rid of it, and then I think I was basically just worried about the caliber not taking off and doing well. You know, Federal seems to be supporting the caliber regardless of if it's popular or not, so I got another one because I do like it. 30 Super Carry. I think it's just a fantastic carry gun. It comes with night sights. It handles well, has a good trigger. I like that mine has a safety. You can get it with or without a safety. All around, it's just like, so far, in my opinion, probably the best all-around carry gun you can pick up. And that goes for the 9mm version as well. You just get 3 less rounds in the magazine. So I like having as much capacity as possible. And I just wanted to compare this to some of my other guns. Now, most of these are guns that I do carry. I carry the Diamondback DB9. I carry the XDE. Recently, I've been carrying this gun a lot because I love how thin it is. And then before I got this gun, I carried the XD Subcompact a lot. So first, let's compare the Shield Plus to the XD Subcompact because that used to be the gun that I carried the most. So I carried this gun a lot. As far as the size goes, height from the bottom of the grip with the flush mag to the top of the gun, they are very, very close, but the Smith & Wesson is just a tad bit shorter on the height. Length, they are pretty much identical. There is no real difference on length. Nothing you're going to feel anyways. Thickness, though, is where this gun, the Smith & Wesson, is going to come into play. The XD Subcompact is kind of thick by the micro pistol modern standard, basically. So this gun is kind of thick. Capacity is the same. This is 13 plus 1 rounds of 9mm. This one's 13 plus 1 rounds of 30 Super Carry. But the thinness, it's quite a bit thinner. And that's why I like this gun more. It just feels more comfortable in a holster. Let's get the XD Subcompact out of the way. And we're going to go to the gun that I've been carrying a lot recently. So the Springfield XDE. I love this gun. It was never popular. It got discontinued, but I do love the gun. It's a single stack 9mm, and it holds, let's see, 8 rounds in the close you can get to flush fitting magazine, 8 plus 1. So you have 9 rounds. This gun, you have, the Smith & Wesson, you have 13 plus 1. So you have a total of 14 rounds of 30 Super Carry. Now let's get into the size. Despite this gun looking kind of big on camera, it is super thin. It's a very thin pistol, has good night sights on it. I really like this pistol a lot. Double action, single action trigger. The thinness of the single stack 9mm is basically the same as the thinness on this 1.5 stack, double stack 30 Super Carry. I can't tell a difference. I put them back to back. The thinness, I can't tell a difference other than maybe if you had calipers, whatever they're called. The length from front to back, the Smith & Wesson is shorter. So you're quite a bit shorter with the Smith & Wesson. And then the height is shorter as well. So this one sticks out a little farther. The height difference is going to be shorter with the Smith & Wesson. So you get all around length shorter, height shorter, thinness about the same with the Smith. So in the holster, this one's going to feel a little bit smaller than this one. And this one feels great in a holster. I love the thinness of this one. It carries great. That's why I've been carrying it a lot recently because how well it carries. So the Smith & Wesson is obviously going to carry well because it's thin. The thinness to me makes more of a difference than anything. Next up, we're going to compare it to the other gun I carry a lot, and that's the Diamondback DB9. Diamondback is smaller all the way around. So from length, the Diamondback is shorter than the Smith & Wesson. If you go to height, the Diamondback is shorter, especially if I had the one without the extended pinky thing, it would be shorter. And in thinness, the Diamondback is thinner. It's an all-around thinner gun. The difference is this holds 13 plus 1 of 30 Super Carry. This holds, let's see, was it like 7 rounds, 6 rounds? Let's see. It holds 6 rounds of 9mm plus 1, so you get 7 rounds of 9. And this one is small enough I can carry in the front pocket of some blue jeans, while the Smith & Wesson, probably too big for that. I'm putting it on a belt holster. So that's going to be the difference there. But yes, the Smith & Wesson is very small. And then just to compare it to a full-size 9mm pistol, this is a Glock 17. The Glock 17 is like a military duty police pistol, full-size all-around pistol. It's way bigger than the Shield Plus, obviously. I just wanted to show you the difference of what you're getting between a full size and the Shield Plus. So quite a bit longer, quite a bit taller on height, and then it's going to be thicker as well, so quite a bit thicker. And the capacity of the Glock 17, you have 17 rounds in the magazine plus 1 in the chambers of 18 rounds of 9mm, while this with the flush fitting magazine, you're getting 13 rounds plus 1 for 14 rounds of 30 Super Carry. The 30 Super Carry round is almost as powerful as 9, but not quite. But there is an extended magazine that you can get with it, and it holds 16 rounds of 30 Super Carry plus 1 in the chamber. So you get 17 rounds, which would be 1 round less than this full size. Now, it does make the gun a little bit bigger, but even with it, the height is still shorter than on the Glock, just a tad shorter. Actually, it's quite a bit shorter. I didn't have it all the way down. So quite a bit shorter, still smaller that way, still a lot thinner. So let's compare them with the longer extended magazine. So with this extended magazine, you're getting 17 rounds total of 30 Super Carry. So the Diamondback, you get 7 rounds of 9mm. So it is smaller, but for just a little bit bigger, you're getting 17 rounds. The XDE, which is, let's see if it's bigger now. So now the height is the exact same height. So if you look at them, the height is the same now. Thinness is basically the same. And then the Smith & Wesson is still shorter. So you still have a smaller gun with this, but you've got 17 rounds versus, was it 8, 9 total? 9 total. So that's a big difference, 17 versus 9. Quite a bit smaller all the way around. Well, this makes it almost the same, just a little shorter, but you have way more capacity. Now let's go to the XD Subcompact. This one's going to be thinner. And now the Smith & Wesson is taller though. So you're looking at bigger on the Smith. A little, not much though. A little, I mean just a tad. Just a tiny bit shorter. You can see it right there on the XD. But the capacity difference is huge. The XD has 14 rounds total. This has 17 rounds total. So capacity difference, this one's going to be more capacity, thinner by a long shot, but you have 17 rounds. This one's going to have less capacity, a little bit shorter, but 14 rounds. And it's thicker. But that being said, will I carry it with the full magazine or the flat base magazine? I don't know. It just depends on what I'm dressed like at the time, where I'm going. In the winter time, I'd probably carry it with the bigger magazine. Summertime, probably a little bit less. I hate having the butt of the grip of my gun sticking out and you can noticeably see it. So I'll normally go with the shorter grip if possible. And with the short grip, I'm still happy with having 14 rounds of 30 Super Carry. Anyways, guys, this is just a quick comparison of the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus in 30 Super Carry compared to some of my other handguns. Thanks for watching, guys. You can watch me as always here on YouTube. I've also just created an account on Rumble, and I'm going to start posting over there, but it's not going to be just a copy and paste of the same videos over there. I'm going to do completely unique videos over on Rumble, probably more vlog style, more behind the scenes style, maybe some things that aren't gun related. So if you want to follow me over on Rumble, the channel name is going to be Callum Gaylor as well. It's just going to be on rumble.com instead of youtube.com. YouTube's not going anywhere. It's going to stay the same. I'm still doing gun videos here. I'm going to do a mixture of a bunch of different things over on Rumble, though, try to grow both of them. YouTube is not friendly to firearms channels, so I'm going to try to do Rumble on the side just because they are friendly to firearms channels, but you get a lot less views over on Rumble. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.